We are here at Loftus Versfeld in Pretoria for the 93rd meeting between the Springboks and the Wallabies in the opening match of the Castle Lager Rugby Championship. A perfect Pretoria evening as Nick White restarts once again, and Libbok down towards Quade Cooper.
Okay, Wallabies out!
Willie LaRue being tested, plenty of Springbok players back behind the ball to help, and here is Lukanyuam, who played his last test match against Australia in Adelaide. In the first of 2 games in Australia last year, picked up a knee injury there, and this is his first test since. Libbok now floats one over for Arendse. Not much space to work with. Arendse doing well to keep 2 defenders busy and keep that ball in the field of play. Libbok, LaRue popping up from fullback, and Esterhuizen, and then Van Staden bumping off tacklers. Reinach to the short side, LaRue with a cut-up ball. Moody steps inside one.
Back.
Kitsoff getting front foot ball for South Africa here. And plenty over on the left. Mbonambi pops the ball out of the back. Lost backwards. Esterhuizen for Kirtley Arendse, who will stroll in.
I've got it backwards.
His try-scoring feats just continue. 7 in his first 7 test matches. And now on the board again in his 8th. Some acrobatics from Marvin Ori. And then Van Staden from Bonambi. And Arendse! Make it a double! Loftus erupts. Kirtley Arendse has 2.
Yeah, and Matthew.
4-man line out this time for the Springboks. Goes for Ori and straight down for Reinach. Marco van Staden continues to carry strongly and at the heart of the Wallabies defence. Vermeulen. Important tackle made by Piet Samu. Quick ball for Reinach after the carry from Mbonambi. Libbok trying to pop under Esterhuizen into the half gap. Here's to Toy, just unable to free his arms in the tackle, but another quick ruck for Reinach. And Arendse!
We all give decisions, try. Just want to make sure that the pass wasn't forward here. We've awarded it. That's the only thing.
Marvin Ori had a solid game, but how fantastic is it to see Atlas Lemon back in the Bok jersey?
Back in the Bok jersey for the first time since Rugby World Cup final 2019. And straight into the action with a line-out take. And a massive South African drive.
Held up. Ball's held up there.
Ben O'Keefe pretty certain that it's been held up.
So number 2, James, he's at the back of the maul. He's pulled that maul down before it's crossed the goal line. He's the man that's under the ball, causes it to be held up. So it's a yellow card for the infringement, and he stopped the penalty try, so penalty try.
Well, it is indeed a penalty try, and David Poreki.
Fine!
Springboks at times have played with real intent, and a couple of handling errors here and there letting them down. There comes the surge from the Springbok scrum, and Williams. Was there a hand in there from a Wallaby? Libbok and Esterhuizen taking on the tackle of McDermott.
New advantage offside.
It was a deliberate knockdown, so 2 penalty advantages. Here comes Marnie Libbok for Kane and Moody. And that's really excellent work from Tom Wright.
Yeah, smart player. Matty stuck on him, didn't he? Just stuck out wide there.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, nothing more to add there, Ben.
Okay, Michael. And 14 as well. So within 5 minutes from the goal line, he clearly hasn't gone for the ball to grasp it with his arms out, his foot's out. It's the last line of defence to stop the probable try. It's a yellow card and a penalty try.
Well, Suliasi Vunivalu receives the yellow card.
Even the previous scrum was a collapse also, so...
Well, that required some athleticism from Erkje Snyman to claim that line out. Williams.
Everyone's on.
Esterhuizen again running a very close line.
Tackle!
Roos. Now Dweba. Williams. Just bashing away at this Wallaby line. Evan Roos with another carry. Williams goes short side again. Thomas Tutoy. And then Pieter-Steph Tutoy. Well, he's had a couple of goes at the line. But the 2019 World Rugby Player of the Year has a 6th test try. A first against the Wallabies.
He's been looking for it.
Full time at Loftus Versfeld in Pretoria. It's South Africa 43, Australia 12.
Welcome to the greatest rivalry in world rugby. The All Blacks against the Springboks. The first of 2 clashes between these 2 heavyweights before the Rugby World Cup. So, Springboks will try again through Marks. Once again, Snyman goes high. Aaron Smith's concerned about the blind side, but Marks comes to the open side. This is looking pretty good for the Springboks. And they've got the try. Through Malcolm Mark. Experience comes. Marks throws. Clearly won by Dutoy. Now on to the rampaging Dwayne Vermeulen. They're coming from everywhere now, the box. Here is Willemse. Chased across, couldn't take him. Willie LaRue turns it back in for Colby. Oh, big tackle. Big tackle, Scott Barrett. Now here's Pieter-Steph Dutoy. Looking to offload. Comes for Williams. Again running it through Dutoy and away for Arm. Springbok starting to give the ball a little bit of air. Willie LaRue backing his way in as Williams sends it wide. All Blacks now having to make a lot more tackles. Williams away again. Beautiful pass for Colby. They'll have to check it. Well, the TMO said the try is good. The restart from Lebok. Taken down by Bowden Barrett. Fires it off for Caleb Clark, who heads off on a little mission of his own. Now Tupou Vai. Christie. Quick ball for Mo'unga. Little jab kick. All Blacks trying to keep it live. Eno running hard onto it. Makes a tackle though. The Springboks have the ball. As Williams feeds it up to Willemse. Turns it back for De Allende. Savia went for the ball, but the ball's been ripped away by Geordie Barrett. Now Retallick away through Takiaho. Mo'unga comes to a blinding halt in the face of Pieter-Steph Dutoy. Low pass accepted by Takiaho. Ball left loose, and here's Quagga Smith. Quagga Smith for the Springboks. And he's in. I reckon he's got it over the line.
got that down all right. Individual try from Marcus
I
Smith.
to see if that ball was out.
Oh, the conversion's missed. Final score at Mount Smart Stadium, 35 points to 20.
The final game of the Castle Lager Rugby Championship for 2023, coming to you live from Johannesburg, Emirates Airline Park, South Africa against Argentina. New Zealand wrapping up the Castle Lager Rugby Championship title with their bonus point win in Melbourne against the Wallabies earlier on today. It will be Santiago Carreras once again in the number 10 shirt. And a charge down early on. Grant Williams has stayed down here as well. It's his first start in Test rugby.
Well, the medics have to come on straight away.
And
10.
Front ball for Itzebeth and back for Malcolm Marx. Then away by de Klerk. Kitsoff. Another clean ball for Faf de Klerk.
Away now! No!
Kitsoff waits for another carry, but he's skipped Willie Leroux.
This is good.
And Itzebeth. Tramping all over his would-be defender and getting across for a 5th Test try.
Yeah.
Marvin Murray calls it on himself at the front of the Springbok line-out. Marx.
Keep it up, one stop!
Tucking in behind. And a couple of the backline players, both centres involved in driving this South African maul forward. And they have the try. Over the hooker roll.
Does that mean he goes to the forwards, Brian?
I'll have a word with him.
I mean, he read it beautifully also in this area of the field, because you're not going to get around the Springbok pack or the Springbok defense. You have to go through it.
Matera, the target at the front of Argentina's line-out. Chocobares with the initial attempt. Somehow they managed to recycle. Strong tackle on Moroni. Montoya. And now the interception from de Klerk with Lubbock away to his right. Is Marnie Lubbock on the way to his first Test try? He certainly is. Conversion successfully over.
Ready to get us underway, and the second half begins at the Estadio Jose Amalfitani in Buenos Aires. Argentina leading 10 points to 3. Bertrano hits his fly off Carreras. Strong run from Gomez Cordella, the 38-year-old prop. Carreras under pressure. It's been a theme of the game today, not just out of hand but from the base as well. There's Jesse Krill. Thomas du Toit. Reinach hits the block. Here's Klein.
Offside number 1.
The Rugby World Cup in 2019, Jean Klein is playing for a different team in green, for Ireland. And now Willemse with the penalty advantage waiting for South Africa. Visa, Lubbock, Nyakane. Setterak in centre field, and Reinach has options left and right.
Advantage tackle of the ball.
Skips out the dummy runners. Creel with the offload to Willemse. Willemse hits Mapimpi on the outside. Makazole Mapimpi.
Happy days and a coaching booth.
Bongi Mbanambi feeds Jean Klein. The line out for South Africa not perfect in the first half. As for Argentina, they hit 10 out of 10 and now collapse surely. Penalty advantage waiting for South Africa. Esterhuizen to Libok. Libok with the cross kick. Moody's in position. Canan Moody's in.
Oh, Springboks. The adjustments they made.
Numerous challenges leading up to the Rugby World Cup in France.
Just the consistency of the tee is not quite there.
Marks. Finds Jean Klein.
Over.
There is Marks with it.
One stop.
It's one of the elements of the game where South Africa are so accomplished.
Still moving.
It has the Springbok stamp all over it. There's Hendrikse onto Dialindi. There's Libok. Long pass out to Billy LaRue. Some space here for Canan Moody. Moody takes on Evans. Father Jan will be proud of that. Saw a quick glance at him during the anthems. There's R.G. Snyman feeling the force. Driven on though by the Springboks.
Tackle, release!
Hendrikse. Another good carry. Hendrikse just trying to find a gap. Barely a chink of light there. Libok steps in to play scrum half. Pops it up. That time for Pieter-Steph du Toit. Hendrikse into Billy LaRue. Khaleesi with the offload. And the Springboks have the first score. And Malcolm Marx gets his 16th for South Africa. And Khaleesi instrumental in that. Warren Gatland and John Ninaba, despite the concerns in the set piece. Will Rowlands climbing high. 25th cap, a significant landmark in Wales rugby that. That means that when Rowlands moves on after the World Cup to play his club rugby at Racing 92 in the same team as Siya Kolisi, he will still be able to return to Wales to play Test rugby. I think you can work on the basis that that's a fact that Warren Gatland knew all about coming into this week. There's Hendrikse on here to Malcolm Marx. Marx just powering and bundling his way forward. Pieter-Steph du Toit recovering things. There goes Jasper Wiese. Wiese the Leicester Tiger. Hendrikse in position. On to Libok. Another powerful carry through, that time from Kitshoff.
Okay.
Out of the sun and back into the shadow. Libok threads it through to Billy LaRue. The long pass to Moody. Moody comes inside. It's another test try for the young man. He impressed a fortnight ago against the Pumas in Buenos Aires. He's done the same here. Got Frans Malherbe wearing 3, and Vincent Koch waiting in the wings. I think if you're a Wales tie head, it's not a bad test match to miss, is it?
Down by Green and broke off.
Oh, there goes Khaleesi. Dyer just grabbing hold of an ankle. They're within 5 metres of the Springboks. Hendrikse onto Pieter-Steph du Toit. Look at that body position. Almost had his nose on the floor. Oh, a wonderful chip. Oh, and Canan Moody couldn't quite grab it. But that was Billy LaRue. What do you make of that?
Okay. Yeah,
Well, you can't deliberately knock the ball into touch or
because he's knocked the ball deliberately out of play.
Out of
We
play.
just need to determine whether this.
I think
prevents a
Keenan Moody has
probable try or
lost
not.
his grip on that.
It's not clear for us. 11 goes to the bin as a penalty try. Slap the ball out.
I rather suspect social media might be lighting up just about now.
Foot is on the ground.
There goes Pieter-Steph
Tackle! And use it! Okay, contest over 3. Now 9. Yeah. Stay on.
Here's Jaden Hendrickson. Evans straight out of the block. So too is Moody. Hendrickson now, look at the green and gold jerseys, they're everywhere. Dialindi, that's for Cheslin. Colby to chase. Colby, oh, that's fantastic work coming from Mason Grady, but then they lose it. Persistence pays off for the men in green and gold. And Mason Grady did all the hard yards. Williams, who's one of 4 scrum halves in the South African World Cup squad, but such is his pace, he can operate on the wing in much the same way that Francois Hougaard certainly could. Hougaard, who went to the World Cup 12 years ago in New Zealand, almost as a specialist wing.
Okay, but now use it!
Still 24 points tonight through the opening 10 minutes of the second half. Kieran Hardy. Keenan Moody rises, but it's not Moody who gets it, it's Rio Dyer. Dyer perhaps thinks he's got a score to settle with Keenan Moody after that penalty try. There's Costello, now there's some space, and Dyer through the sunshine, onto Costello, but Moody gets back to make a try-saving tackle. Danger not gone yet, though, for the men in green and gold. Jack Morgan, they're within 6 metres of Wales. There's Henry Thomas. Hardy, oh, and in pops Pieter-Steph to Toy, and he's got Creel, and Creel, well, he's got plenty of green jerseys, but at the moment he's running away from them, but he doesn't need a second try for Jesse Creel.
Jesse Creel, the pace and the power.
Expected to earn that cherished first cap in a couple of moments' time. Meanwhile, very dangerous field position here for Wales. Branko Mostert, it's loop round onto Vermeulen. Vermeulen powering his way through. Hendrickson pops it up. There's a sense of inevitability. And there is the score, and it's the long reach of Pieter-Steph du Toit. Well, the Springboks are deadly. Also on is the speedster, Lewis Rees-Zammit. There is a faster man in World Rugby. I'd like you to show him to me. Oh, and in pops Keenan Moody. And Moody presented with another. And you have to say, Wales have come bearing gifts at times today. And each and every one has been gratefully received.
Standard play, but Pieter-Steph du Toit just being turned in the tackle.
Well, Wales are on a yellow card warning now. That's formal. Grant Williams, Oxen Che. Williams pops it up to Mostert. South Africa just getting things right there. There's the ball for Grant Williams again. Gets it out. Libok. Oh, what a run there from Willemse. Well, they lived a little bit dangerously. How close was that to an interception? But the drift from Willemse. And the card is... Almost appeared to fall over his own feet there. There goes Jack Morgan, the offload. Kai Evans showing a bit of his father's pace. Thomas Williams dragged down by Grant Williams. The ball goes into touch. The whistle is blown for the end of the match. And South Africa have racked up half a century on Wales. Sia Kolisi has played 40 minutes. He has emerged unscathed.
Pieter-Steph, and the shift ball away towards the right touchline, but taken down by the Springboks. Kitsoff, and de Klerk for Marks. Another advantage. Here's Kolisi, taken low by Jordie Barrett. Sabia was flying in there as well. Du Toit, de Klerk, Kolisi again.
He's got it down.
Away, stop.
Yeah, he's got it. You can see Faf de Klerk right next to him. He put his hand up just to tell the ref that he has gotten it, but the ball around the back there would have been on because South Africa had numbers out wide. There. Yeah, he's got it.
Clearly grounded on the line. The try is good.
Down by Pieter-Steph this time. And Lebok, Esterhuizen bursting through the middle. Moody running to his left. Takes on the tackle of Mo'unga, who stands firm. Lebok gets a front foot ball. Willemse. This time it's Evan Pieter-Steph who makes the steal on a New Zealand throw. Lebok. And Moody from Esterhuizen finds Mapimpi. Quickly into his stride.
Great.
Well, Jordie Barrett was entrusted with the clearance kick. It was very tight to the right touchline, so up to his 22.
5 out. 1 stop. Taken in.
And now Barrett managing to break up, and Orense with the interception. No one will catch him. He is just a try-scoring machine. He got one against England at Twickenham here in November. He got one in his first test against the All Blacks in Mbombela last year, and he is on the board again. Mostert, the recipient. Kolisi to the short side, and Marks! There was simply no better way to start the second half for the Springboks. Malcolm Marks gets a 17th test try. That puts him one ahead of Skalkberger now as the leading try scorer by a South African forward. Kolisi going short, Marks with plenty of space. Now Barrett, Willemse. Just turns into the contact, and Jordie Barrett flooding into the breakdown area. Well, Moody's got a boot to the ball. He's got Du Toit to his left. He might not need him. Kane and Moody stepping. Oh, that is just fabulous.
Is he part of the ruck when the ball comes out?
Well, he's still holding on.
He's not bound to that ruck when the ball comes out, Matthew.
For Mapimpi. I feel he's still got his arm on Mapimpi's back, who was part of the ruck.
Not across.
The Munster men strolling with intent to the line-out. It was Jean Klein who was over the ball to win that penalty. He's made an outstanding start to his Springbok career. Snyman up to grab the line-out. They shift the angle of attack of them all, powering their way forward and over.
and the passes aren't sticking.
To the tail they go for Pieter-Steph du Toit. It's a variation. And over is Kwagga Smith. Delight in the stands from the non-playing reserves. Delight on the bench. Delight from the legions of Springbok fans who have packed into Twickenham today.
I think just desperation at the end from New Zealand to try and get some sort of a consolation try. But it's been dominant from the Springboks, especially up front.
Well, absolutely dominant from South Africa. Damian Willemse named as the man of the match. But the South African pack of forwards did an absolute demolition job here. And with the All Blacks down to 14 for the entire second half of the game.